Alright, welcome back to the channel. I am back with this series after ages with lecture number 3 of Ayurveda and Nutrition. Let me get hold of my pen and it will be useful. And in this lecture, I will be covering some concepts which are already mentioned on the thumbnail. I said that because I forgot what are in the presentation already. You can imagine that. So let's kick it off with Saatvik, Rajasik, and Tamasik food and their influence on the body. Is my pen working properly? Uh, it better does. Now, we know that Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas they are three gunas or three qualities, right? The superiormost quality is called the Sattva quality, like saying truth, doing seva, not ill treating others, humility, and so on. With Rajas comes more of the materialistic desires and less of the selflessness aspect. And with tamas, we have anything that is wrong, that is socially unacceptable, non civil crimes, anything, right? Now, with food, it is similar, but not necessarily the same all the time, right? So, we will see that in this lecture. We must consider the qualities or gunas of food for a healthy eating plan. Ayurveda recognizes that foods and other substances have different effects on the body and the mind based on their gunas. Once again, let me mention that these are philosophical terms, these are not scientific terms exactly, but the meaning is quite clear and we can balance out things based on that as well. Now, sattva foods promote clarity, harmony, and balance in our body and mind. Rajas foods increase energy and promote action, physical action mainly, right? Chanchalata. Adrenaline rush, we can call it an extremity of Rajas. Attachment and gratification of the senses, right? Something has happened with my pen, but okay, not a problem. And tamas foods promote dullness, inertia, heaviness, and ignorance. Now, what is inertia in this case? Just like in physics, if you are lying down on your bed, you don't want to get up, or if you are roaming around in the sun, you know you can get a sunstroke because you are already thirsty, you are getting dehydrated, but you are not getting inside the shade or returning home. So, this is inertia in terms of lifestyle. Now, sattva foods promote again purity of mind and intelligence. Examples of foods have been given here: milk, herbal tea, ghee, whole grains, fresh juicy vegetables, fresh juicy fruits, fresh vegetables, honey, nuts, mung beans. And also, if we eat properly, like properly chewing the food and then eating it, okay, peacefully, then that is an aspect of sattva as well. Now, Rajas foods give us motivation, keep us attached to our ego, and create desires. We have, okay, I'll just underline them. We have coffee or black tea. We have, now, why black tea or black coffee? Because milk comes under sattva. So, if you have milk tea or milk coffee, or all the types of coffee which we have here today, well, it will be a mixture of both the properties here, you can understand. We have chicken, we have eggs, we have onion and garlic, we have dark lentils, we have citrus foods, we have very spicy foods, we have chocolate, we have salt. And eating too fast, what does it mean to eat too fast? Not chewing food properly, essentially. If you can chew food properly and finish it in 2 minutes, well, the digestion process will still not be that proper because how you cherish the food, what's the state of your mind, that also affects what's exactly happening inside your body. But still, That's better than not chewing food properly. Or taking 1 hour to eat the food while fondling with a mobile phone and still not chewing properly. That's not sattva, that's more like tamas, you know what? Now, tamas includes foods that make our mind sluggish and promote diseases. Red meat has been put under tamas. Alcohol, fast food, fried food. Now, does it mean just give up on it? Well, not really. At least we are materialistic beings, most of us, and most of you who are watching the video. So, not entirely possible to get rid of everything. But yeah, if you ever decide to, work on your diet, maybe just follow Dr. Pal on YouTube. Is it a promotion? Yes. Is it a paid promotion? No. He has not paid me anything, and even I don't follow him because college life and PG life. Now, frozen and canned food comes under this category. Now, stale food, of course, avoid it, right? Always avoid it. No excuse for that. Now, tobacco, again, try to avoid it, but I see people doing stuff with tobacco, even young people. What can we say? But try to avoid it if you can. Soda, again, like if you eat shikanji or even with alcohol, it has soda in it. So, yeah, do things in balance, I guess. What is soda? Carbon dioxide plus water, so not exactly that harmful. But again, it increases your acidic content in the body, so that's a point. So yeah, excess of nothing is good. Overeating also comes under tamas. And by the way, I mentioned sattva, I mentioned rajas, I mentioned tamas. Does it mean we should only eat sattva, we should not eat rajas and tamas? Well, not really. Sattva food, purely sattva food, is the most suitable for monks, I guess. Monks and yogis, sadhus, who do their forms of tapasya. For young people like us who have to perform mental activities in the form of what we study, decisions we take, physical activities for the ones who are involved in NCC or sports or something, and also trying to burn our fat and carbs without having to go to the gym or playing by walking to and fro school and college. For us, we need a proper mix of sattva, rajas, and also some amount of tamas. So all types of foods are important. Excess of one of them is not really that good. Like for example, if you are a pahalwan or a bodybuilder, then if you just go for rajas food, for example, yeah, you will do good, right? Because you will still excel in your career. I can't say about your personal life, but because your body is your everything, you will excel. But suppose you are a wrestler, you need your body and you also need your brain to take decisions. So, in that case, again, you need a mix of both of these things, right? So, take decisions accordingly. The types of ahar in terms of properties. Now, these are some, you know, opposing properties which I've mentioned here. I'll go into detail with some of them, like Guru Laghu. Guru means heavy, Laghu means light. These are called Gunas again, just like Sattva, Raja, and Tamas. Mridu Kathin. Mridu means soft, Kathin means hard. Sheath means Sheath Ushna. Sheath means cold, Ushna means hot. I think this is pronounced Vishar and Pichil, right? Vishar means clear, Vishad, Vishar, and Pichil means unctuous or slimy. You can take the example of, well, even I haven't played with slime ever. We can take the example of jelly mucus, okay? That's the type of texture which we have here. Now, snigdh and ruksh. Snigdh means oily, Ruksh means dry. Again, sthir means stationary, firm or stationary. Sar means moving, mobile, dynamic. Shlakshan means smooth. Khar means rough. Mand means dullness. Tikshna, tikhno in Bengali. It means sharpness. I was trying to remind something from Hanuman Chalisa where we have Tikshna, but I can't do it. Never mind. Sukshma again. Sukshma means fineness. Sthul means bulkiness. If I extrapolate this in terms of spirituality or something, Sthul Sharir is our body, Sukshma Sharir is our Atma, you can say, right? When the body is no more, it's like that. And Sandra means viscous, Dhrav means liquid. Now, what is viscous? It's liquid, but there is some viscosity. There is some, like the liquid is not very liquid. There is some element of solid. If you have a basic idea of viscosity, even I you have only a basic idea because it was removed from my class 11 syllabus. You know what? So yeah, that is what we call viscous. Okay. I'll yeah, unctuous. Unctuous or pitchil. What is unctuous? Excessively flattering or ingratiating or oily or slimy, as I had mentioned there. Or you can use the terms greasy or soapy, right? Smeary, like we smear grease. That's how we do it in English, right? We smear grease. So this is the type of texture which comes under pitchil. Again, see, sthir means stable, and the stable state is composed of earth elements. Earth elements represent stability, and again, kaf prakriti has, see, kaf dosha means an imbalance in Kaf Prakriti. Kaf Prakriti has the elements of what are they? Earth and water, right? Both cooling elements. Kaf Prakriti has. My pen is not working, but uh, oh man, never mind. I guess. Now, substances with stable quality provide support and stability. Substances with stable quality, we have yam, we have wheat, we have rice flakes. Now, stability. What kind of stability? Anything, you know, anything. Mental stability, stability in terms of physical processes, yes, it includes all of them. Let's do a versus type of comparison with some of the opposing gunas here. Now, slakshan means smoothness, and khara means rigid, rough. Okay. Smoothness is defined on the basis of capability of foods and medicines and activities to produce a healing effect in the body. Okay, smoothness. It also contributes to the smooth passing of excreta. No constipation. Okay, and shlakshan or smoothness is the opposite of kharaguna. Now, when roughness, opposite of smoothness, when that increases in the body, it happens because of vata increase basically, and it causes the destruction of tissues due to the scraping effect of this quality. Now, this is a philosophical term here, but you can understand it in this way. If there is something like, just imagine this, different parts of the body rub against each other, right? If there is too much roughness, what will happen? Friction, heat, wear and tear. So, destruction of tissues. Now, Vat, roughness is a property of Vat Prakriti, smoothness is a quality of Kaf Prakriti. And what will happen if there is excessive smoothness? If there is too much smoothness, now either it means kapha is too much or it means vata is too less, right? So I had written here vata dosha, but you can understand it in either way. And if there is too much smoothness, no roughness, what are the properties of roughness? Rigidity, stability, strength. So when these properties, vata properties of roughness are destroyed, bones become brittle. Bone tissue is rough in nature, as I mentioned. Roughness defines or denotes stability, right? Strength. If roughness is completely gone, these things will fall apart. Example of a food that increases smoothness: milk. Do you find this kind of contradicting, by the way? Uh, I don't have that much deep understanding of this one. Like milk is supposed to make bones strong, right, with calcium. But again, milk is increasing smoothness here. Now, mridu and kathin gun. Mridu means not hard. Mridu means soft. Kathin means hardness. Hardness quality is defined on the basis of capability of foods and medicines and activities to induce hardness and stability in body parts. Again, here hardness means stability, and it is a quality that can be perceived by touch. So it is the literal meaning of hard and soft. And similar to roughness, hardness is a quality which we find in strength, in stability. So they are present and are important for bones, ligaments, teeth, hair, tendons. And similarly, as the previous one, as you can understand, hardness, vata, right? Softness or mridu comes with kapha. What will happen if things are too hard? Well, too much of nothing is good, right? For example, tendons and ligaments, if they become too hard, they will lose their elasticity, they will lose their flexibility. And also, like bones have synovial fluid for lubrication. If there is too much hardness, that element will be gone, and hence it will become actually weaker, not more strong. If hair becomes hard, just when hair becomes dry, you know what happens. So you can understand, hair will break, and you will not be able to make hairstyles if you are into that. Then if you are a NCC guy like my roommate, then anyway you can't keep hair, that's a separate thing. Now, sthul and sukshma guna. Bulkiness is defined, again, see, bulkiness is sthul and fineness is sukshma. Bulkiness is defined on basis of capacity of foods, medicines, and activities. See, in every definition from the website where I took them, foods, medicines, and activities. So yeah, because all these three things affect what we are doing or what's happening in the body. So which cause obstruction in channels and tissues owing to its heavy and large size and its inability to move easily in the body. That is the bulkiness, right? Which is the first example which you can think of. Heart blockages, blood clots in different blood vessels, right? Now, if there is too much fineness, it can destroy the tissues and it causes excessive thinness. This time, fineness or sukshma prakriti is the result of excessive vat, and this can be balanced by regulating kapha levels in the body. Now, try to correlate this one. When there's too much vat, what happens? Like if there's too much hardness, then things will fall apart because the flexibility factor, the lubricating factor, the softness factor, that will go away. Or even the moistening factor, there will be too much dryness. So tissues and bones and all will actually become weaker. And similarly, sukshma means fineness, thin. Sthul means bulk, thick. So thinning also, too much thinning also destroys. So you can correlate it with that. Yeah, it initially sounds a bit different, right? Initially, you might think that yes, Thul is equivalent to hardness, roughness. If that's the case and such a question comes in the exam, just don't mention this example, I guess. That's the safest option. You have to trick the examiner. Now, excessive bulkiness can cause slowing down of physical and mental activities, lethargy, metabolic disorders, excessive sleepiness, and so on. Why? Because, again, I'll give an example. Suppose there's a food item which has more of the bulkiness property. Then, according to this philosophy of Ayurveda, it will have more problems or difficulties in moving through the blood vessels once it has been assimilated, or once it is being assimilated, or even during the process of digestion. The body will have to work more to digest it. So, here are two things. If the body has to, what happens during digestion? Oxygen migrates towards the stomach. If the body has to function more to digest a food item, more oxygen goes towards the stomach, less oxygen remains in the brain, and we want to sleep. In Bengali, there is the term called bhat ghum, post lunch sleep, we can call that. And similarly, during assimilation, if assimilation process slows down, you don't get energy that quickly, and you want to sleep, right? And these are some of the breakdown which I did. Baki, this is actually a complex concept. But since this is an AC course, sorry, this is a VAC course, I just made this one because this is till what I studied, honestly. But yeah, I really hope you found this lecture helpful, because anyway, people study just before the exam. पूरे साल कौन पढ़ता है? So yeah, thank you for watching the lecture and best of luck for the exam season.